I'm your host, Les Snatcher, along with sports agent Brock Guffman on color tonight. And on the news front, WCW's Mike Sanders now has a manager's license, which is not necessarily good news. Jamie Noble, our new Cruiserweight champion, has taken a leave of absence for a couple of weeks after losing a fall to former champ Matt Stryker last week. We'll be talking to both Mike Sanders, Commissioner Patrick Black later in the show. Also on tap today, WWF superstar Val Venis, plus Mark Jindrak, Kid Romeo, Pepper Parks, Russ, Haas, and others. Now let's go to the ring for our first match.
Introducing first, from Cincinnati, Ohio, with Helena Heavenly, Matt Stryker! And his opponent,
sensational Shannon, bottoms up.
And that music would be for one Shannon Moore. 1/3 of the infamous 3 count from WCW. Should be a great one leading into our first match.
coming to the ring, from Cameron, North Carolina, representing WCW, Shannon Moore!
You know, Les, I'm trying to figure out. Here we have Matt Stryker, one of the HWA's finest, with Helena Heavenly in his corner. WCW never seems to come out with any women. Now, I've heard a rumor, Les, that actually part of the initiation ceremony, they have to sing 2 verses of In the Navy and YMCA. I don't have that confirmed, but I read it on the net. So it's
I hadn't heard that, but it's certainly food for thought, Brock Guffman. Right now, Shannon Moore with an arm bar, cross the top, arm drag, takedown on Matt Stryker. And as we mentioned to you earlier, Jamie Noble, the man who wrestled away the Cruiserweight title from Matt Stryker just a few weeks ago, lost a fall to Stryker in a tag match just this past week on HWA television. And now it's taken a leave of absence, mysterious, I might add. Although they say it's something to do with personal problems in the family. Not sure exactly what that means.
I think Sprout had to go back and check on the Green Giant, Les.
Well, I don't know what he had to go check on, but I think he's... And then, of course, someone's trying to tell me that this is a contenders match. And, of course, Stryker, former champion, is the contender. And Noble has to defend that title within 30 days. Right now, Shannon Moore going after the leg. Stryker trying to keep it away from him. Stryker defensing very efficiently, front face lock, but Moore pulls away.
See, Shannon Moore definitely has a game plan. He must have scouted him. Noticed something wrong with that leg already, Les. He's really working that leg over.
The WCW invaders keep putting cruiserweight after cruiserweight between Stryker and Jamie Noble. And, of course, you just saw Lisa Ruth 3 weeks ago against Stryker. Last week in the tag match, it was Noble's partner, Jet, trying to take out Matt Stryker. And tonight, it's Shannon Moore. We'd also like to mention, if you or your group would like to do a fundraiser with HWA, you can go to hwaonline.com or you can call us at 513-771-1650. Nice drop kick by Stryker as he breaks free. Goes for the power slam, but the leg gave out on him. He did get Moore on the power slam, hooked him, but the leg gave out. Moore right back to that leg. And you know what? I don't know if Shannon Moore is trying to put this guy away or just trying to put him out, Brock Guffman.
Well, we know that WCW doesn't have a leg to stand on, so I guess they're trying to take HWA's legs out from underneath them, too.
In essence, you would be exactly right. Moore right now, let's see where he's going. Again, dropping the knee into the back of the thigh, into the hamstring. Trying to Charlie Horse the leg. Stryker kicks his way free, but Moore tenaciously right back onto that leg.
Fans getting behind Matt Stryker last.
Yes, they certainly
that's
are.
going to help. That leg looks like it is severely injured at this point.
They have stayed on that leg. Shannon Moore, you got to give him credit, is wrestling this guy. Moore, known as a high flyer, certainly using a lot of good mat strategy, good techniques to work on the leg and keep Stryker off the offense totally at this point in time.
Stryker keeps trying to get that other leg up there, too, and Shannon Moore just knows to bat that other leg away.
Helena Heavenly being very vocal on the outside, cheering Stryker on, but to no avail. Moore right back to that leg. The fans are chanting anti-3 count slogans, but that's not going to help Matt Stryker either. Stryker needs to stop Shannon Moore. Moore definitely in the driver's seat. Goes for the half crab now. He's got the half crab.
If he gets a hold of this, it may be over, Les.
He's got the ropes, using the rope for leverage. Helena Heavenly up. She takes a shot at Look here. Shannon Moore, Stryker. Schoolboys even up, gets a 2 count. Stryker ducks in behind him, goes to the German, gets it 1, 2. Again, Moore is able to kick out. Stryker valiantly fighting back. Moore right back to that leg. And I'm more, of a mind right now that all he's trying to do is injure Matt Stryker. Look here, right in front of the referee with a half crab. Referee David Hoff is disqualifying Shannon Moore, but I can't believe that was the game plan all along. Brock Guffman, that they were
I don't think I've ever seen anyone get disqualified on a 5 count, Les.
Well, I don't know. I think they're just trying to take Stryker out and save Jamie Noble a title defense. And speaking of that, the voice of WCW Invasion has joined us at the desk, Mike Sanders.
Les Thatcher, before I get started, I need to get Patrick Hauser out here. Patrick Hauser. Doogie, are you in the house? Come on up, buddy. Look. Get you some of this. Get some. Well, anyway, listen. Seriously. Les has already mentioned I got my manager's license, so I have no problem coming out here to the ring, doing what I got to do. Second of all, I got a major problem. Major problem, Jamie Noble's running into some personal problems. Jamie Noble can't be here. I know he's got to defend that belt within 30 days, but he's going to be out for about 2 weeks with these personal problems. So, as a commissioner, what I'm asking you, and I'm going out on a limb asking you, is I need to, when Jamie Noble comes back, give him a couple of weeks, let him knock off the ring rust, give him a few opponents, and he'll defend that cruiserweight title against whoever.
I'll have to look a little more closely into this leave of absence thing. But, Mike Sanders, Jamie Noble will defend the cruiserweight title when I say, and it will be against Matt Stryker.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I got one better for you. How about this? How about tonight, I take 2 of my top guys, 2 superstars of the WCW. I'm talking about Mark Jindrak and Dave Taylor, and putting them up against Ray Steele and Steve Bradley.
You know, Mike, I like that.
You do?
But I can even make it better.
No way you're going to make this better, bud.
Well, you have a manager's license, and you also have a wrestling license. So in the main event tonight, you will be teaming up with Mark Jindrak and David Taylor.
So it's Steve Bradley and Ray Steele going to be a handicap match tonight?
Oh, no.
No problem with that. Not a problem with that.
Because you guys will be taking on Ray Steele, Steve Bradley, and WWF superstar Val Venis.
You got it, buddy.
All right, there you have it. Val Venis, Ray Steele, Steve Bradley against Dave Taylor, Mark Jindrak, and Mike Sanders. We'll be back with more action right after this. And we're back, ready for action. It's going to be tag team action. Let's hear the introduction.
In the ring, from Liberty, Indiana, and 20,000 leagues under the sea, Chad Collyer and Shark Boy! And their opponents.
Tag teams in this HWA WCW battle. It would be the combination of Jimmy Yang and Kaz Hayashi.
Coming to the ring from Seoul, Korea and Tokyo, Japan, representing WCW, Jimmy Yang and Kaz Hayashi.
Of course, Brock Guffman, we've got 4 top-flight cruiserweights out there, 2 former HWA cruiserweight champions.
Most definitely. And, I tried to get a word in with Kaz Hayashi before this match, and the only 2 words I can understand were blue cheese and teriyaki sauce. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know either, but Chad Collier's time in Japan should prepare him for the style of Kaz and Jimmy. Also, Shark should be well-versed in how these 2 grapple as he trained with them at the power plant in Atlanta a couple years ago.
Yes, he did. He should know him very well then at this point.
Yes, he should. Hayashi with a hammerlock. Collyer with a reversal, switching it to a headlock now. Let's see where they're going with this. Kaz shoots Collyer off, takes the tackle. Collyer over the top. Kaz with the leapfrog, goes to the ropes, catches the drop kick from Collyer. Arm drag takedown. And as we've mentioned before, Chad Collyer began his pro career as the in the school of Dean Malenko in Tampa, Florida. And, of course, where do you find a better mentor than the man of 1,000 holes?
And he spent a lot of time over in Japan also, Les.
Yes.
Which means that he knows this kind of styles that Kaz Hayashi and Jimmy Yang can throw at him. Oh, my.
The diving DDT over the top.
Sorry, that just took the words right out of my mouth, Les.
Whoa, Hayashi, a tough man, takes a tag to Jimmy Yang. We want to remind you that HWA returns to Julian's Warehouse with a big Halloween card. That's coming up Wednesday, October the 31st at 7:30 p.m. That's Halloween night.
Here comes Shark Boy.
Shark blocks the right hand by Yang. Goes to the arm whip. Yang reverses it, shoots the fish in. Fish with that knee to the forehead. Yang down, and here comes Shark Boy. Ducks the clothesline, hooks. I'm not sure what that combination was, but he gets a 2 count as Kaz Hayashi comes in and makes the save. Hayashi shoots the fish off, ducks the clothesline. Gets the head scissors, and Hayashi moves out.
Oh, that's a good rep. Didn't even have to get him out of the ring.
No,
That's a good way.
Jimmy Yang is the legal man in for his team. And you got to say, Yang and Hayashi, probably two of the smoothest tag competitors in his entire WCW, HWA feud. Wouldn't you say, Brock?
I would definitely say that. And they're smooth, too. They're keeping their... Getting able to do a lot of double teaming here on Shark Boy. Last rep was distracted with Chad Collyer.
Yang shoots him in, charges that single foot drop kick. He gets a 2 count. Of course, this is a return match from 2 weeks ago. Shark and Collyer felt that they could make a better showing against Yang and Hayashi. Thus far, it seems to have been Kaz and Jimmy with the lion's share of the offense.
You would think that whatever team gets the win here might actually have a shot at the tag titles too, Les.
Well, you know,
held by my Jablonski.
Exactly, held by your Jablonski. Of course, another one of your charges is on the card later tonight. Pepper Parks faces Kid Romeo. Hayashi sidesteps, drives Shark Boy with his shoulder into that steel post. Shark cuts him off, goes to the Mexican head scissors, and he gets it. Tag goes to Chad Collyer. Collyer in. Jimmy Yang takes the tag. That flying leg, Collyer ducks under and catches Yang with a clothesline. Drops Hayashi. Back to Yang, and Chad Collyer on fire. As he goes to the arm whip, Hayashi reverses it. Collyer with that driving DDT. Jimmy Yang makes the save. Collyer gets a 2 count. Blocks the punch by Yang. Chad Collyer is doing it all himself right now. Yang reverses the arm whip, goes to the double clothesline. Collyer, what have they got here? Oh! They're not sure what you call it, but it's certainly devastating. It's a team of Yang and Collyer kicks out.
I think it was called the Pikachu Crunch, Les.
Whatever you might call it, Brock, certainly these guys know how to apply it. The deep sea drop by Shark Boy on Jimmy Yang. Will Collyer get the pin? Let's see. Collyer rolls over, goes for the cover. 1, 2, but Kaz makes the save. Shark and Kaz now both illegally in the ring. Joe Lopez paying attention to the 2 legal men while Shark Boy and Hayashi battle away over in the corner. Collyer slams Jimmy Yang. He's going topside. Oh! Shark hits the ropes, and that drops Collyer. Obviously, not intentionally. Whoa. Another Yang Hayashi double team, and they get the 3 count. Kaz Hayashi and Jimmy Yang come up with yet another sterling win over the HWA competitors. Quite a match, Brock Guffman.
They were just a little bit too strong for the team of Collyer and Shark Boy. I hope the Shark Boy realized that was not, or the Chad Collyer realizes that Shark Boy didn't mean to go in the ropes like that. He was thrown in there.
Totally inadvertent. We'll be back with more tag team action here on HWA Wrestling right after these messages. All right, we're back. More tag team action coming up at Team WCW now in the ring. Let's get the introductions from Haas.
Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada, and Atlantic City, New Jersey, representing WCW, Reno and E.C. Money! and their opponents.
Making his first appearance on HWA television, BJ Whitmer and his partner from England, Nigel McGuinness. Two young up-and-coming hopefuls. They've got their work cut out for them.
Coming to the ring from Cincinnati, Ohio, and London, England, BJ Whitmer and Nigel McGuinness.
The bell, and it's easy money. And Reno against Nigel McGuinness and BJ Whitmer. Nigel out for his team, easy money out for his team, and of course Brock Guffman. More top tag teams and guys you should be scouting.
Absolutely. I'm always looking for competition for the Jablonskis. Hell, I might even get a tag team of my own. Another tag team,
Another one?
Well, sure. You can never have too many tag teams.
Nice roll across the back, arm drag. Another one, nice and deep, pretty move. Very technically sound, this young Brit.
There's a variety of different styles in the ring that we have out here tonight, Les, so we can see anything during this match.
You know, Reno and Easy Money make another top tag combo. Reno, a tough as nails with his kickboxing background. And, of course, Easy Money, Jason Jett. Here's a man with heavyweight size and cruiserweight speed. That's a tough one to top. Whitmer with a good leg whip. Gets a 2 count on Easy Money. Whitmer.
I don't think Easy Money topped that one. I think he actually bottomed out on that one.
Yeah. Whitmer out of Northern Kentucky, veteran of a couple years, has made one trip to Japan for Pro Wrestling Noah. Tries the sunset flip, but Money drops him. Is he going to get the pin here? Let's see. Nigel McGuinness makes the save. He's been told to leave the ring by referee David Hopp. Money claps his hands. If the referee was listening and not watching, he might have thought the tag was made to Reno. Reno comes in on the double team move, loops the right hand to the side of the head of BJ Whitmer, and the team WCW at this point in the driver's seat. Of course, Easy Money and Reno, a lot more experience than the team of Whitmer and McGuinness here.
Most definitely. Nigel McGuinness, he should have just got out of the ring at that point, Les. Listen to the referee, because he gave the team of Easy Money and Reno enough time to get the upper hand on BJ Whitmer.
We would like to remind you that the HWA returns to Batavia, Ohio, the Red Barn, Saturday, October the 13th, 7:30 p.m. Advance tickets at the Red Barn Flea Market. Drops the knee. As I mentioned, Reno, with a background of kickboxing, to his credit, shoots that uppercut. This man has some very unorthodox moves, but they certainly are effective. Gives a 2 count on BJ Whitmer. There's a tag, and that's one thing you've got to say. Easy Money and Reno have cut the ring off for the team of Whitmer and McGuinness. Double team action here. All right, where are they going with this one? Let's see. Oh, stealing something out of the book of the A squad here, Brock.
Well, I don't know whether they're taking that as a compliment or an insult at this point.
They are tough, and thus far tonight, Team WCW has been in the driver's seat. Reverse neck breaker by Easy Money. He looks like he's going, not topside, but no, he's going to try for a springboard or a slingshot here. Two of his favorite maneuvers. Oh,
BJ caught him.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Whitmer ducked that clothesline, had a move of his own. He looks like he wants to make the tag, but he's headed for the blind corner. We'll see if Easy Money can make the tag. He's reaching. There's the tag to Reno. Tag to Nigel McGuinness. And McGuinness in fresh for his team. Reno shoots the clothesline. McGuinness ducks it. Throws an elbow at Easy Money. Another elbow at Reno. McGuinness with the drop kick. Punch to the midsection. Goes to arm whip Reno. Reno reverses the arm whip. McGuinness ducks the clothesline. Goes to the cross body. Reno catches him. See where he's going with this one. Thought he was going for the fall away.
No, he's going for a roll of the dice. Oh, no. What we got going on here?
Everybody's got everybody, and I'm not sure who did what to who. But all four wrestlers in on it nonetheless. Whitmer pitched to the outside. Easy Money has Nigel McGuinness. What's he going? McGuinness over the back, but Reno was the legal man in here anyway. Now he's going for the roll of the dice. He gets it. There you have it. Reno and Easy Money with a win over Nigel McGuinness and B.J. Whitmer. Reno with a roll of dice. A hot move for the man from WCW. We'll be back with more great wrestling action right after this.
A young man who's known professionally as Kwee-Wee. His real name, Alan Funk. And Alan, this all started for you in a little rundown elementary school in Robertsville, Ohio in 1997. And a year later, you were all the way down to Atlanta in WCW's power plant. Quite a jump in a year's time.
Yes, sir, Mr. Thatcher. Robertsville, Ohio. I started out there in a volunteer fireman-owned schoolhouse, and there was a ring set up there. And I met a gentleman that started training me there, so started doing some independent shows around Ohio and Pittsburgh, and seen the A&E special on the power plant. I'm sure you've heard of that one.
Yes.
Called him up and had a tryout down there in July of '98. I made the 3-day tryout. I was the only one out of 17 guys to make that tryout, and moved down there in October '98 and started off like that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that 3-day trial at the power plant. That's infamous in its severity and its intensity.
Yeah, well, actually, Les, the things you see on television doesn't give it enough justice. It's you know, all the guys I'm in WCW with now, the Mark Jindraks, the Mike Sanders, you know, Lash LaRue's, Rick Cornell's, Reno's. You know, we all went through that grueling 3-day trial, and the A&E special, it looked grueling, but it just didn't do it justice. And there's a lot of athletes, great athletes that go down there and didn't make the tryouts, and you kind of wonder sometimes how we made it through that.
What? Tell us a little bit more about your athletic background before professional wrestling.
Well, actually, I didn't have much of an athletic background. I played high school football and stuff until I was 16, and then my dad wanted me to learn the ropes the hard way, so I had to get a job. I had to quit playing sports, and you know, if I didn't work, I didn't have school clothes to go to school with. So you know, I had to have a car and clothes. So I just decided to work, and but I've always been athletic and played sports up till then, and I continue to just play sports at my leisure, just not on organized teams.
All right, let's talk a little bit about WCW. Someone came up with this Kwee-Wee, the persona that you now, but I know you've had problems dealing with people who have problems dealing with that particular persona because they don't take you seriously.
Well, it's a weird character, Les. You either love it or you hate it. It was given to me by somebody in WCW, and I try to do the best I could with it. I was kind of limited on what I could do with the character. It was kind of one of those risque things that they didn't really want to try stuff with it, and they had bigger things going on. But I tried my best and I did what I could with it, and I thank all the fans out there that got behind the Kwee-Wee character, and I appreciate it.
Well, let's face it, the hairstyle is not exactly conventional for a professional wrestler, male or female, and it does draw a lot of attention to the character. Exactly who was Kwee-Wee?
Kwee-Wee's not Alan Funk, but although I started having hair like this, that's how they approached me and asked me if I wanted to do this character. It was from a spin-off of Saturday Night Live, and at the time I wasn't doing anything. I was Mike Sanders and I were tag team partners doing a Saturday night TV show, and I would basically try anything they wanted me to, and it just progressed from that, and I tried a little thing of my own and stuff, and the main thing is people never really took it serious, and it kind of makes me angry because I worked very hard to get where I was. I was down at the power plant for 2 years. We all bust our asses down there, and when people don't take that serious, then they're not taking the hard work that I put into it serious.
Well, I think everyone here is going to take it serious, and that has been our Hanging With segment for today.
Mike Sanders, Commissioner Patrick Black. Gentlemen, what's up now?
Well, Thatcher, let me tell you something. We got a guy coming out here, a phenom in the business, the prototype. And let me tell you something. This kid makes a good show in here tonight. liable to let him on the WCW team.
But believe you me, Prototype's facing Russ Haas.
Russ Haas, the cornball. Listen, Les, another thing. One more thing, Patrick. Tonight, in this match, special stipulation, any of us score the pinfall, we get the first shot at the HWA title and race Steele.
You got it, Mike. You got it.
All right, there you have it. Let's go to the ring for the introductions of our next match.
Coming to the ring right now, from Edmond, Oklahoma, one half of the Haas brothers, Russ Haas,
And his opponent. And, of course, his opponent on his way to the ring now, Prototype, and you heard it there. It's Mark Jindrak, David Taylor, or Mike Sanders win the fall for WCW in the main event tonight. Whichever one scores the ball gets a title shot here on TV next week against heavyweight champion Ray Steele.
coming to the ring, from the great state of California, Prototype.
Well, obviously, Leslie's already showing that he can be in WCW because he attacks him from behind.
Oh, yeah. Prototype, he was big in UPW, he was big in OVW. Why he would want to sign with WCW Invasion, I have no idea, but hey, it's his life. I'm just passing through it. But Russ Haas is certainly showing him how it goes on offense with the Haas brothers. Drops Prototype with a right hand. Russ setting something up here as he steps back, shoots the super kick. Prototype down. Referee Robert Briscoe warning Russ Haas. One for the Hurricanrana. Prototype drops him with a power bomb, and now Prototype opens up on Haas. Russ kicking out, and I think that whoever set this match up thought you were going to get an easy pushover with Russ Haas in single action. I think they're finding out to be just the opposite, Brock.
Well, yeah, but how did they get a hold of Prototype? I mean, Prototype is supposed to be OVW.
Well, I don't know. Now, they say they're scouting. You know, I'm not sure what that entails. They may recruit him. You know, and I guess they're looking for the best they can get their hands on. They feel this is one of them. But right now, Prototype certainly in the driver's seat offensively. Russ Haas needs to battle back. Prototype right on top of him. Robert Briscoe calling for the break. And once again, let me remind you that big main event. Ray Steele, Steve Bradley, and Val Venis. Yes, that Val Venis, WWF Superstar fame, against the trio of David Taylor, Mark Jindrak, and above average Mike Sanders. Six-man tag team action, our main event tonight. And if one of the WCW guys scores the winning fall, he will get a heavyweight title shot with the HWA champion, Ray Steele, next week on this TV show. Russ Haas ducks the clothesline, drops Prototype with a right hand and another right hand. Clothesline of his own, down goes Prototype. Russ Haas. What's he going for here? He's try to put him away. Wait a minute, Kwee-Wee making a sensing. The end of this match is in, kicking away at Russ Haas. Wait a minute, Charlie Haas out of the dressing room now, goes to work on Kwee-Wee. Prototype shoots one at Charlie. Charlie's got Prototype. Russ and Kwee-Wee in one corner, Charlie Haas and Prototype in the other corner. Let's see what's going to happen.
We may have broken up into a tag team match here, Les.
Well, we could, yes. Wait a minute, Kwee-Wee's headed out of there. He said, and Prototype is on his own. Kwee-Wee is headed for the back. He says, no more. And I'd say the recruitment of Prototype is over. The WCW guys have left him hanging out to dry, Brock.
Well, it looks like WCW is going to have to try another manhunt.
There you go. And we'll be back with more great HWA action right after this. Back and in the ring right now, Brock Guffman and his charge, Pepper Parks.
You know, I've watched the WCW do some pretty devious things out here, but they forget that I can be a little devious in my own right. Now tonight, Pepper Parks is going to annihilate Kid Romeo, not because I asked him to, not because the HWA asked him to, not because the fans asked him to, but basically because Pepper Parks watched 2 hours every single Monday night of Nitro. You even skipped Ally McBeal, and I know, you loved Ally McBeal. I'll buy you the box set. And that's a lot of time. You take 3 years times 2 hours, carry the 5. That's a lot of retribution that WCW has coming for it. And you know what, WCW? I want to tell you right now that as you are lying on this mat and staring up at the A Squad and the rest of the HWA, you will never hear me utter the words, "I'm sorry, we gotta go, we're all out of time." Instead, we are going to stay with this action until the very end, until we have a clear-cut winner, and that clear-cut winner is none other than the HWA.
And his opponent. And headed for the ring now, his opponent, that handsome man, the ladies' man, Kid Romeo, representing WCW. And joining me here at Mike's side, the Raging Cajun, Lash LaRue.
Absolutely, Les Thatcher. You know you got to believe that this WCW invasion is in full swing. If you got the Raging Cajun Lash LaRue right here doing color with you, we must be
Coming to the ring, hailing from South Beach, Florida, representing WCW, Kid Romeo.
Kid Romeo against Pepper Parks. Romeo, one half of the now defunct WCW World Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions. The ones and the only, along with Eli Skipper, who we should be seeing on this program in the next week or so, coming off a knee surgery. But of course, Pepper Parks, Lash LaRue, the former HWA Cruiserweight Champion, a tough competitor in his own right.
That may be true, Les. I ain't taking anything away from this Pepper Parks. In fact, I hear he may even be, one of the PWI's top 500 wrestlers of the year. But the truth is, Les, this guy, Kid Romeo, he's not only been in the ring with some of the top competitors in the world, but he's beat guys like Billy Kim and some of the top cruiserweights. That's experience right there, Les Thatcher.
Lash, I'm going to ask you to make us. You guys came in here, I think, thought this was going to be a cakewalk, this takeover, this invasion, but it hasn't been easy.
I'm not going to deny that, Les. No doubt it's been pretty difficult. Maybe we did underestimate these guys a little bit, but then again, the fact of the matter is, if the competition wasn't strong here in HWA, then we wouldn't have to be here in the first place to do something about it.
Well, there's a good observation. A 2 count for Pepper Parks as Kid Romeo kicks out.
I tell you, I can't take anything away from this Pepper Parks. That's proof right there. He almost beat Kid Romeo, but Kid Romeo, of course, persevering, being the former champion that he is.
Romeo, the former dancer out of South Beach section.
Oh, what a DDT. Yeah. Tornado DDT, Les Thatcher.
Exactly.
One of the many high-flying moves in his repertoire.
But one of the things I've got to say, when Romeo should be trying to pin guys, he's busy styling and profiling and dancing. I think he cost himself many times.
Hey, the guy's got to look good while he's out there, too. There's a lot of ladies here that came to see Kid Romeo dance. He's just giving them what they want. But you are making a good point, Les. He better watch his Pepper Parks, because I've had run-ins with this guy in the past, and I know that when you least expect it, he can take you out.
I know he closed an eye for you a few weeks back, did he?
Hey, I don't want to talk about that, okay? Let's move on.
There's the dancing man we're talking about, where he should be trying to pin his opponent.
Well, it could be worse. It could be cheering.
All right, Parks kicks out on 2.
I will say Pepper Parks has by far the best pigtails in HWA.
Well, if we're talking about hairstyles, Kwee-Wee is one of the great hairstyles of all time. So if it's a battle of hairstyles, I think WCW has won it, hands down.
You know what? We'd be willing to take him in a hair versus hair match anytime.
Parks with the elbow, stops Romeo.
Oh, what a move. I have not seen that done before, Les Thatcher.
That's what
a neck breaker off the top rope. Oh, and his foot's on the rope, bro.
Romeo gets the leg over the rope. Pepper gets a 2 count.
That's just experience and ring awareness right there, Les Thatcher. I told you. That's from being in the ring against seasoned veterans. Oh, and a bulldog.
Yes. Out of that wheelbarrow move by Pepper.
He really does need to make the pin here, though, man. He don't need to take this guy lightly.
Oh. He's not even holding that left shoulder down in this situation. And, you know, those vanity pins don't win you titles, Lash.
Well, if he'd have hooked the leg right there, Les Thatcher, he'd have had him beat. There's no doubt about it. He's got this Pepper Parks beat. He can pin him at any given time.
Well, I don't know about at any given time. Parks has kicked out 2 or 3 times in this match. Romeo not having an easy day at the office.
I got to tell you, this guy must be tough. Everything Romeo's doing to him, he's getting up from it.
Romeo topside, goes for the frog splash.
Missing
Parks
that frog
moves
splash.
away.
Oh, and the momentum's changing just slightly here,
Yes.
Les. He does not need to let Pepper Parks take advantage of this.
Going for that Hurricane Rana. Parks caught him. Anticipated the move and power bombed him.
You know, 2 cruiserweights like this, the pace gets so fast and furious in there, anybody could counter anyone else at any given time.
Absolutely right. It's a tough one to call. Arm whip now by Pepper Parks. Sends Romeo into the ropes. Up with a sky high.
Kid Romeo's got to do something to stop this fire from Pepper Parks.
Parks with a super kick gets a 2
and he kicks
2.5.
out. See, that's Pepper Parks just having a lack of experience and not hooking the leg there when he should have.
Romeo sidesteps. He puts Parks head first into that middle turnbuckle.
Oh!
Parks drops him on the top turnbuckle, setting him up. What's he going for? Looks like he's going for the big superplex here. No. Hurricane Rana.
Whoa, and great cutoff move right there.
What's he got?
Oh, man. What a move that is. Les Thatcher, I told you, look at this.
3 count.
What a great athlete Kid Romeo
What
is.
a great match. Kid Romeo comes up the victor.
And
over
represent-
Pepper Parks. Lassereau, and I'll be back to call the big main event. 6-man tag team action right after this.
Absolutely.
This match is a 6-man tag team matchup. Introducing first, in the ring, from Marietta, Georgia, Syracuse, New York, and Yorkshire, England, representing WCW, the team of above-average Mike Sanders, Mark Jindrak, and David Taylor.
3 of WCW's finest right there.
Yes, sir. And this is an important match, I think, for both teams. Heavy hitters from both groups. HWA headed to the ring now. And, of course, Ray Steele, the HWA heavyweight champion. Steve Bradley, certainly one of the top powers in the HWA. And Val Venis, WWF superstar, the anchor man in this trio.
And now, coming to the ring, from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Boston, Massachusetts, and Las Vegas, Nevada, the team of the HWA Heavyweight Champion, Ray Steele, Who's Your Daddy, Steve Bradley, and the WWF Superstar, Val Venis.
Well, you said it, Les Thatcher. You said this is a very, very important match. Well, we consider every match important because we're getting our foot further into the foundation of HWA. But this match a little bit more important, Les Thatcher, for WCW.
Yes, apparently it is important. Ray Steele apparently shaking his head just to psych himself up for this event. But right now, I mean, this could go either way. I think we've got 3 of the real heavy hitters on both sides of this war. On each team, Lash, I don't know, it's anybody's call.
No doubt, but I definitely think that Team WCW has an ace up his sleeve because of Dave Taylor and the experience he's bringing to this ring. He could quite possibly have more experience by himself than the combination of every other wrestler in the ring.
Of course, you know, a win for any one of the WCW guys over Val Venis would certainly be a feather in their cap.
That's
Mike
right.
Sanders pushed into this match by...
And look at Mark Jindrak, the fire starting off the match here. And Val Venis is no chump. I'm telling you, Les
No, he's
Thatcher.
certainly not. Good observation on your part, LaRue.
I'm telling you, that shows you what kind of athletes we have here in WCW. Oh, man. And Val Venis right there showing you why he's so dangerous and why he's one of the top guys in the sport right now.
He's certainly spotting Jindrak. Nothing here. Drops that big knee. We're going to give him a pin here. And a 2 count early on.
That was a close one, Les. I got to tell you, I was sweating a little bit over
there.
there.
Earlier, Mike Sanders forced into this match by Commissioner Patrick Black. I don't think you'll see a lot of Sanders action, but of course he's got 2 tough guys covering his back.
And did you see the power by Mark Jindrak right there? I mean, Val Venis is not a small guy. Come on.
Venis then drops a hold on Taylor, floats over, misses the headlock, but hooks Taylor, front face locks him, drives him into the corner. Ray Steele takes the tag.
That's okay, though, because Taylor's an experienced ring veteran. See, he knows where he's at. You can see that right now. Look. Oh. I got to say, Ray Steele, though, is showing me something here. The champion's going hold for hold with Dave Taylor, and that's no easy task.
No, it's not. Look at the tenacity of Ray Steele as he hangs on.
And a new look for Ray Steele, too. I mean, Les, did he lose a hair versus hair match? What happened?
No, I think he did it just to psych himself up for this one. I think he realizes the importance of this match.
Well, I got one word for him, Rogaine.
He really hung on to that cravat on Taylor. Right now, Mike Sanders is in. Let's see where he's going. Steele on offense. Bradley's been wanting a piece of Sanders for weeks, and by God, he's got it now.
Well, you better watch Sanders, because at any time he could turn this around on him. Let me tell you something about Mike Sanders, Les Thatcher. You ever heard of a wrestler by the name of Killer Tim Britt?
Killer Tim Britt?
Mike Sanders is the reason why you've never heard of him. He stopped that guy's wrestling career before it ever started.
Oh, okay, that's why I never heard of it.
Exactly.
Thank you for that inside bit of information.
That's how tough this Mike Sanders is.
Sanders right now on the offense on Steve Bradley. But Bradley,
and what a boot.
No shrinking violet when it comes to kicking and stomping.
And Mike Sanders putting that size 12 firmly planted across his chest. Mark Jindrak just taking advantage of the situation. Mark Jindrak, perhaps the biggest diamond in the rough for WCW right now. 23 years old, 24, Les Thatcher.
Former college basketball star.
Look how he's putting
moves
together.
Well, great moves. Great physique. All he needs is experience. I got to agree with you, Lash. But he also needs to hang out with a better quality of people.
Hey, what are you trying to say there, Les? Come on. I mean, look at the quality of wrestlers here. These guys have been in the ring with some of the greats all over the United States, all over Europe, all over Asia, even parts of southern Mongolia. These are no pushovers.
Mike Sanders has made a career out of trying to stay out of matches, though, Lash LaRue. That's not the type of attitude I think that Mark Jindrak needs to bring to the ring.
Oh, I'm telling you, Mike Sanders is just a ring general. He knows when it's time to fight and when it's not. He's just picking his spots. That's all this thing. Just like he did tonight. See what a nice spot he picked tonight? I mean, a win here tonight for WCW could mean a shot at the HWA heavyweight. Oh, my God. He almost slipped one over right there.
That small package. He's reaching for that tag.
And I know Mike Sanders well, and he's not happy about that.
Sanders brings him back into the corner. I thought Bradley was going to make the tag, and here's the tag to Dave Taylor. Val Venis comes in. Referee Robert Briscoe goes with...
Well, you look at the poise of Dave Taylor.
Poise.
Did I tell you what a technical wrestler he is? Did you see that
I've got to check my technical book to see where that one fits in.
And look at how he's cutting the ring off. I mean, you got to admit that's smart work. I mean, come on, this is a very intelligent move.
Well, they have certainly reversed the offense, no doubt about it. The HWA team was in the driver's seat going into this one and early on, Lash. But Team WCW has taken command, no two ways about it.
No doubt about it. We're building momentum here. And this is the reason why I'm telling you, Les Thatcher, if HWA is not careful, WCW is just a sleeping giant that's almost ready to take over.
And he's got a southpaw. It's tough to block, but there's Bradley. All right. Steve Bradley,
where did he find that?
Looking for that tag.
He's got to make a tag. I mean, come on, he's in dangerous water right here, but Jindrak needs to stop him.
Yes, he has got it.
And Val Venis of all people.
Oh, my God. Val Venis on fire.
Oh. We've got to do something to settle this guy down. Now, come on. There's no call for that.
The ring. Val Venis.
That's a blatant close fist, Les Thatcher.
The same kind of Jindrak was throwing. Jindrak reverses the whip. Tag is made to Ray Steele. Venis pitched out.
Oh, come on. He never saw him coming.
Saved by David Taylor. Taylor. Bradley back in. He takes Taylor out over the top.
Oh, he's throwing him over the top rope. Come on. What kind of sportsmanship is that?
What's going on here?
Oh, what a move.
The Tiger Bomb. And
Mark got the win.
Steele.
He is the HWA heavyweight champion.
My God, he has done it. That means that Mark Jindrak gets the title shot against Ray Steele next week here on HWA Wrestling.
And if he can do that same thing next week, Les Thatcher, we'll have a new HWA heavyweight champion.
Amazing, amazing. And wait a minute. Sanders hitting and running, but they're coming back on him. They're driving him back in the corner. Team HWA battling back. But next week, you will see the HWA heavyweight title on the line. Steele against Jindrak. We'll be back.
And
next
Jindrak.
week. You join us for more exciting HWA action. There you have it. Team HWA gets the last word in. We are about out of time. Lysaru, what a great main event we've got going for next week. You won't
I'm
want to
telling you, they may be standing strong in the ring right now, Les Thatcher, but if Mark Jindrak can pin Ray Steele again, we'll have a new champion.
And we'll be back next week. You join us.